Hey guys, hold on one second.
Hey yo, T-vai! Can you come here for a second?
I would like to introduce to y'all T-vai. She's my assistant, has been for ages. And she's gonna help us with any audio-visual help, and today we're gonna need her help. Unfortunately, I did already record all of the voice lines before I had asked for her help, but in the future videos, I'll be able to incorporate her more easily. What you watching there? Looks like a Smash Bros tournament? Huh. Interesting. Anyways, so what do you say, T-vai? You want to help with today's video? Bro, come on. You can watch the Smash Bros tournament after. It's a literal YouTube video. You got this. I'm sorry. I should ask nicer. Please. Thanks. Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video format where I don't really know what I'm doing. Big surprise. When I go about trying to compose a song for a game in the Composing For series, I unfortunately have a hard time deciding which song to emulate. So I wanted to take more time to appreciate the work that went into making some of my favorite and maybe not so favorite video game music soundtracks. Forgive me if the format of these kinds of videos changes over time till I can find out an interesting way to talk about music. Today, I wanted to listen to one of my all-time favorite soundtracks, Sonic Rush. Hideki Naganuma and Teruhiko Nakagawa were responsible for these amazing contributions to gaming history this time, and what do you know, this is the second time we've talked about Naganuma-san on this channel. The first time was whenever I composed for Jet Set Radio. Anyway, as far as I'm aware, Naganuma-san was more or less the music director of the project, while Nakagawa-san worked on some of the story beat music and minor musical parts. The result is, as a whole, a bit polarizing at times if you consider the music tracks as a whole rather than just listening to the main stage themes and boss fights. The lesser tracks stand out as absurdly forgettable, but serve their purpose well in context of the game. I mean, who really listens to the transitional music and the story beats anyways? Like, oh yeah, this is my jam. No one. No one does that. Except that guy right there. You keep doing you, be your best self. So, I'm going to talk about a couple of songs that really stand out to me in the soundtrack and mention a few others that don't really carry their weight so well. Let's get into it. First up on the list is Right There, Right On. This song is the first one you hear, and it sets the bar so high as a high-octane romp through a forest. Something I want to point out right now as a common theme in most of these songs is syncopation. There is so much of it, and it's glorious. Basically, syncopation is a disturbance or interruption of a regular flow of rhythm. Like a placement of rhythmic stress or accents where they wouldn't normally occur. You can hear in the guitar where the notes are stressed and muted, and it creates this rhythm, as well as the piano going up and down over and over. And on top of that, the drums are in between, and don't even get me started on the bass line. It adds a layer of complication that makes it so fun to listen to over and over to pick out different rhythms. The melody is strong here with a driving force that makes you want to go as fast as possible. There's not much else I can say here. This song is really strong. Have a listen. Next up is Back to Back. Not letting go of the strong sampling style brings us in with an almost freestyle rap verse that's too catchy not to sing along to. And then the guitar flourishes in on top of this unbelievably crunchy drum pattern that just drives me crazy. The pace is not slowed down from level 1 on to level 2, keeping the momentum and driving force from the first track, albeit with a surfer style this time, fitting as this is a water level. I can't shake the feeling that I've heard this song or like this riff somewhere before. Listen to this. Alright, and we're skipping ahead a little bit to Jaja Rocket. This song primarily features the Roland TB-303 synth, one of Naganuma-san's favorites. If you're a fan of this kind of music, be sure to check out the EDM genre acid, which is a blanket term, so look further into that. Anyway, the way that the bass drum and the 303 work together is immaculate. And you get another absolute banger that would make any techno club absolutely crazy. The vocal sample in this song has a way of burrowing into your brain for the next couple of hours just because of how melodic it is. Jumping from A to B, back and forth, before assaulting you with more synth. Check it out. Next up, we have Wrapped in Black, which is a bit of a conundrum to me. At first, you get these beautiful violins playing a great melody accompanied by a vocal saying, "Too black, too strong." This sample, as well as the titular Wrapped in Black sample, show up many times throughout the song, and personally, I don't think it blends as well as other vocal samples in the soundtrack. Otherwise, this track has some great melody lines that keep me from being completely turned off to the overall experience. You can bet when Black History Month rolls around, this gets frequently thrown into my mixes for sure. Have a listen. There are a lot more really good tracks in Sonic Rush like this one, Metal Scratchin'. If you like what you hear and haven't given it a chance, I highly suggest you check out more of this soundtrack, and as a bonus, nearly anything that Hideki Naganuma-san has released, because most of his work sounds just like this. Another recommendation would be an artist called Too Mellow. That guy is such a legend. Anyway, this video has gone on long enough though. I hope I've helped some of you listen to some music in a new way. If you have any game suggestions for future entries in this series that you want me to listen to, be sure to let me know in the comments. Alright, that's it everyone. Have a good one.